this full moon, 29 degrees. 29 degree is a very strong degree, right? Because it's a crucial point and there's transformation happening and there's a sense of urgency. Okay. So you have that alone, right? Anytime you have a full moon in Capricorn, there is a strong influence on discipline, structure, hard work, and ambition. And when it comes to your emotions, and also to the men are not getting along with the women, they can't see each other's side. So there could be conflicts with men and women, and this is going to affect the Cancers. This is going to affect the Capricorns. Capricorns not as yet. It's going to affect the Capricorns. Also could be affecting any of the cardinal signs. Okay, so our Aries and our Libras. Okay, so you have that's happening. Sense of urgency, intensity. There's a sense of closing something because you have that 29 degrees, and with your personal goals, with your public image, with your responsibilities, taking responsibility and authority, evaluating some structures, balancing your emotions between emotions and practicality. A lot of coldness with this Capricorn because it represents the cold and isolated kind of energy. So you have that. Now, this full moon is not only in a tug of war with your ego and your emotions, your home versus your work. So you do have that struggle. At the same time, this full moon here is going to trine Mars, right? Yes, it's going to trine Mars a little bit, this Uranus, but trine Mars, and there's action and initiative. There's physical energy when it comes to whatever this conflict or whatever this issue is with the full moon, whatever the zenith, whenever there's a full moon, it's like, okay, we're at the climax of all the drama. Okay. So you do have that happening, but it's trining Mars. So that's positive. And Mars is going to be in Gemini by the time we have this energy. So it's talking. It wants to learn. Now, not only is it going to trine Mars, which is great, it's also going to trine Uranus. Okay. And then you have the innovative energy and change and freedom and independence and doing something different as something unexpected that you never had before. So you have that with things that you value. So you also have that. Now, also another positive thing is that it's going to be sextiling Pluto. And why can't I? No, it's not going to sextile Pluto. Is it sextiling Pluto? Why do I have that as sextiling Pluto? It's not. It's conjunct Pluto. Okay. So you have it conjunct Pluto. So there's transformation here. Transformation. Say for the people in the back. There is emotional transformation here. Now, conjunctions are very strong energy. Okay. Now, Pluto is at its purest form. It's retrograding. So there are some secrets that may be coming out of the closet. Okay. There are some deep secrets. There's also some psychology that could be happening. Pluto also represents things that are hidden, things that are very taboo, things that are like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. That is what also happens with Pluto. Pluto is also in the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is the sign of socializing and technology and science. So you have this work and work of career, your emotions and your long-term goals, hugging the healing planet of people and networking. Okay, groups and friendships and science. So let's see how that is. There may be a deep transformation happening, and there may be some emotional deepness going on. That is the good part. The bad part is some secrets may be coming out that you may not want, and it could be regarding your career. Okay, so you have that, or it could be regarding this Aquarius theme, some friendship and some networking are your future goals. Okay, now this full moon conjunct Pluto intense. Oh, it also could be dealing with some power or some control issues or manipulation or obsession, like you really being obsessed with someone or someone being obsessed with you, especially if someone's obsessed with a female, right? Because the moon represents mother and female. So just be aware of that. A lot of power controls, issue related to power, authority could be coming to the forefront, power struggles. Yes, be aware of that. Now, why did I have it sextiling? I don't know why I had a sextiling, but yes. So be aware of that. Now later on, then the moon will be entering Aquarius, okay, at 4:42 a.m. And there is, whenever we have a moon in Aquarius, and then it'll be touching Pluto, and it'll be very strong. Okay, the moon moves fast though, because within the next hour, it's already on to the next degree. But while it's going towards Pluto, if you're up, you're going to feel very emotional about some deep secrets or some healing, or maybe you will have some emotional independence. Maybe you'll be unconventional with your approaches. But whenever we have the moon in Aquarius, you want your independence, you want your freedom, you want to try something different at home. You're probably caring about the collective. There's a lot of intellectual. Aquarius just makes me think math. Okay, a lot of intellectual, very social, very active, communicative energy. Okay, but yes, be aware of the healing happening that day as well. That is what you have on the 21st. Okay, that is what I think we have for everything. Just know that that is a potent degree. 0 degrees is potent, 15 degrees is potent, and 29 degrees is potent, and 0 here. We end the week with 0 degrees. Now next week, I actually didn't do what I actually didn't look it up. I didn't write it down actually. So let me just tell you quickly what we have look for next week. We have the sun entering Leo. Happy solar return to all my Leos. But once it hits Leo, the sun will be opposing Pluto. Well, ain't that fun? Again, 0 degrees. That's pretty big, you guys. Okay. What else do we have here happening? Let me just see real quick what else I can see what we have. Next week, did I see Sunday? I'm thinking that's the big one, as I'm just looking spontaneously without really like um yeah, the 29th. Yeah. I'm thinking that is the big one, but we will see. There's a lot of other things I'm sure I'm not really looking at. And because I'm just looking really fast. As oh, I see Mercury will enter Virgo as well. We'll discuss that. So yeah, so that is what we have for next week. And now let me pull the cards for the weekly. Not for the weekly. Let me pull the cards for us as a collective. This is for us as a collective. Okay. Everyone who's watching this is for you as a collective and what we're going to experience this week. Okay. So we've got 2 cards that came out. We have the 7 of Swords. There is a battle, and we don't like the way we fought it. This could be happening around the world. This could be happening in the United States, or it could be happening in your community. Okay. There's a battle, and we lost with words. Okay. Very Mars and Gemini. So we're not happy with how we were playing things. Not that emotional. Oh, also is very sneaky energy. Okay. Someone's telling secrets, someone's being deceptive, and that is the energy of the 7 of Swords. For Pentacles, we need to start saving our money as a collective. Okay. Everyone save your coin, because something is up with the economy. Okay. Then we have the devil. Yeah, you definitely want to save your money, because here's the devil coming in and saying, okay, everyone's got some toxic energy. What is the toxic energy of the week for you? Because there could be some. Everyone has something they can work on. But you're going to be feeling like you're in bondage. You're going to be feeling like you're enslaved. You're going to be feeling like there's toxic addictions. Yeah, a lot of manipulation, very hell energy. Okay. Not positive. No bueno. You want your freedom, but you feel locked in. Okay. Could be financially locked in, feeling like you have no resources and you can't do much. That could be happening. Or maybe you are hoarding so much, or maybe you have an addiction of shopping. Bada boo. Okay. That's what we have for the collective. Now let me do some horoscopes. Let me pull that up for everyone. Oh, before I do the horoscopes, let me just say, let me take a sip of water first. Before I do the horoscopes, let me say that oh, check your sun, moon, and rising. It's like, where did I go just a minute ago? Check your sun, moon, and rising. Check all 3, because that will benefit you and give you like a really as close as you can personal reading. The sun is so accurate every time I look at my sun for horoscopes, and that is like what you physically achieve. The moon is dealing with your emotions. Your rising is accurate to your chart. Okay. And I will be pulling cards for each placement. Okay, so let's start with Aries. Hello, Aries. Let me pull up the chart too. Okay, so Aries, let me change it to you guys. Actually, I need to change it back to this week. Today is the 4th. We'll do it the 15th. Get in the middle. Oh, I'm still in the hour. 15th. Okay, so we have the 15th. We're going to change it to our Aries. Where my Aries at? Where my Aries at? Okay, Aries, here we go. Now, Mars is going to, where's my Mars? Mars is going to move into your 3rd house of communication. You're going to be really talking, okay? You really going to be very active. You could be maybe starting to learn something new. Yeah, and then look, it's going to get closer to that Jupiter, very optimistic energy, especially when it comes to learning or just overdoing the information or talking too much, okay, trying to achieve things. But you have that. This is the house of learning. This is a basic learning, like the beginning stages of learning, okay. So you have that. And what else do we have with this? Siblings, discussing things with siblings, discussing things with your community. And then that full moon is going to happen. The full moon is going to happen opposing 4th. The full moon is going to happen again, Capricorn, the 10th house, and you will be really focused on your career. There will be highlight energy, some high emotions when it comes to your career or your accolades or your hard work. Okay, so that is what we have for you with the full moon, and that is what we have for you with Mars and Gemini. Let me pull a card for you on my Aries. The Magician. Yeah, very Mercury energy. Okay, so a lot of communication for you guys, a lot of manifesting your actions, using all the tools that God has given you to pursue the action and doing stuff. Okay, so while you have this Mars and Gemini really getting the action, you really want to pursue all your goals. Okay, so really, I would say really learn something new, focus on that, tap into that energy. I mean, I love learning, so there is that. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Taurus, it is your turn. And let me pull a card for you on my Taurus. We have the 3 of Pentacles. So Taurus, this is all about collaborating. Also, again, learning something new. There's a huge focus on learning. All right. So collaborating, maybe learning something new from someone young. This is what this all comes down to. Your Mars is going to enter the 2nd house of finances. So I wonder if you have to collab with someone or network with someone or work with someone with some finances here. Remember that Mars is going to come over here and creep up to Jupiter, which is very optimistic. So big energy and talking about your finances or learning about your finances. And your full moon is going to be in your 3rd house, right? The ego is in here with your siblings and your community, or something of communicating and learning, right? And then it's opposing the big world. So the small community versus your big community, not even your community, just the whole world, right? Or maybe editing versus publishing, or maybe like your opinions versus the philosophy of things. So highlights travel, education, your belief system. You might complete a course, or maybe a significant trip. Yeah, because it's the small travels versus the big travel. You do have that happening. Okay. Now, what is going, and then that moon is going to be on your midheaven. So the emotions and the transformation is happening for you with your career. I wonder what's going on. Okay. Yeah. But when that moon conjuncts this Pluto later on this week, what is going on? Yeah, there needs to be a collaboration here. Something with learning, with something youthful, with that card, that tarot card. But yeah, yeah, so there's a big transformation happening with your career. Let me know what's going on. I'm very curious. The Gemini energy is always curious about what is going on. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Geminis, let's do you now. The Mars, let me change your Mars is going to enter, where's your Mars? Where's your Mars? Mars is going to enter Gemini in your first house, of course. Okay. And you're gonna be full of energy, new challenges. This is an excellent time to start a new project about yourself and your personal goals and asserting your independence and pursuing whatever you're passionate about. And there's good luck here and optimism. And it's going to be bigger than ever when it touches that Jupiter as it goes in and transits. Now, your full moon is going to happen in your 8th house of psychology, of finances, of like you owning money, right? Finalizing maybe a financial agreement, settling a debt, an experience on deep personal transformation, what is taboo. Yeah, also mystery energy could be happening here. And then that moon is going to conjunct Pluto, and that Pluto energy is in the 9th house of travel, philosophy, yeah, and higher education. So what are your emotions transforming there? And then you have Mercury. Where is our Mercury here? Mercury in Leo, and Mercury is slowly going to ease in there. But Mercury is, big communication here about yourself, and about presidents, I wonder, and leadership happening here in the 3rd house. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, let me pull a card for you guys, Gemini. Actually, this card is calling me. Ooh, there's abundance. And I do think it's going to be very positive for you. This is self-made energy. The Mars is very strong. Okay. The Mars is speaking to everyone this week through the cards. Yeah. So there's very self-made energy happening for you with this Mars conjuncting Jupiter, especially, but in that first house. So take advantage. Yeah. And also too, that full moon, I would really consider knowledge and education. No, not knowledge and education, finances. If that's a thing, just be aware of that. Okay. And maybe it's affecting your career. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Cancers. Welcome, Cancers. Let's see what we have for the horoscopes for you. We're doing the Mars entering Gemini, and we're doing the full moon in Capricorn. Now, Mars is going to enter. Where's your Mars? It's going to enter the 12th house. So this is really tapping into your subconscious. This is also some solitude and being alone, not lonely, but being alone. It's like you're working behind the scenes to achieve things. Okay. People, you're not on the stage, you're doing it, and people can't see it. This is the house of hidden things, too. You already got Jupiter and Gemini in this house. So you're already doing some big things that are very optimistic for you, and it's happening done behind closed doors. Maybe you're also going to have introspection. Maybe there's some dealing with some past issues. This also is a huge house of spirituality and connecting with things that are beyond this world. So that could be happening. Now, your full moon is in your first house. No, the sun is in your first house, Cancer. Sorry. The full moon is going to be in your 7th house, the self versus relationships. Do you work with a loved one? I wonder. Okay. But yeah, full moon is going to bring clarity and culmination, or bring a highlight energy in your partnerships, maybe important relationship decisions or commitments, or something's ending. And remember that full moon is trining a lot of things. So there's positive energy. At the same time, just be aware of, what was it opposing? It's opposing the sun, but it had a negative aspect. Let me see the full moon. Let me actually, I want to take it there. But yes, but just be aware of your career and partnerships, okay? And everything I discussed before on 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's opposing. It's not opposing. This is trining. What was it squaring? Wasn't it squaring something, you guys? And I just forgot just like that, because I didn't eat and I'm doing too much. But I just want, actually, let me see. Let me see, because I have it here. Full moon, squares. Let me see. Where are my notes? Full moon, conjunct Pluto. Conjunct Pluto. That is what's happening. Okay. So the full moon is conjuncting. The full moon is conjunct Pluto. So yeah, huge transformation, you guys. Be aware of that. There may be some secrets that could be coming out regarding your relationships. maybe some secrets regarding something that's very taboo. Okay. Yeah, Cancers. Be aware of that for the full moon. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Leos. Ooh, solar return for you guys next week. I mean, yeah, next week. So we have Mars entering Leo for you, and Mars is going to enter Leo. No, not Leo. Gemini. Mars is going to enter Gemini in your 11th house. This is all about socializing, okay? About your future and your hopes and dreams, technology and science, astrology as well. But maybe you're pursuing this more than ever, learning about it. Very optimistic, very big. Could be dealing with some teamwork, are engaging in group activities, or maybe you're like fighting for the cause. Okay. So you have that happening. The full moon is going to happen in your 6th house of work, health, and day-to-day habits. So be aware of that. Your work routines. You might complete a project. Maybe you'll start a new health regimen. This is going to be highlighted. Okay. Maybe there's going to be some highlights dealing with your daily habits. And then that full moon is going to be conjunct here Pluto of transformation and healing and psychology, maybe psychology and healing with that 7th house, the house of relationships or open enemies. So be aware of that, especially when you're dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe there's something at work that's dealing, yeah, maybe this is work related. We shall see. But it's trining a lot of planets. It's trining Mars, it's trining Uranus. So there's positivity when it comes to your career. Be aware of that. That's great energy. Okay. So yeah, so I don't think career maybe won't be an issue. Maybe it'll be something with the relationships, but not saying that the conjunct is bad. It's just that it's very strong. Okay. Let me pull a card for all my Leos. Ooh, King of Wands, very positive. You guys, this is you. Okay. You're going to need to motivate. You need to inspire. You need to be strong. You need to be courageous. You need to push others, motivate others this week. Yeah, very positive. Stay strong. Be creative. Okay. Be outspoken. Be courageous. I said courageous, right? I think so. Creative. Did I say creative? I probably did. Yeah, be yourself, okay? But be a leader being yourself. People need to come to you for advice about those things, okay? I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Virgos. Virgos, Mars is going to enter Gemini for you. Okay, Mars is going to enter Gemini in your 10th house. And look at that. It's just sitting on your work. You have energy and drive. You have the same energy as Donald Trump, just so you know. He is also a Virgo rising. But yes, but you need to understand that there is drive for you when it comes to your career. Maybe there was some unexpected changes in your career as well. Or something very out of the box happening. But yeah, boost of energy with your public sector. Maybe this is already happening. Maybe there's new projects. You're pursuing things, leadership roles, very confident. It's dealing with that Taurus energy. It's going to move into Gemini, and you're going to be talking about your career more than ever, more drive, more optimism. Big, big, big with that Jupiter too, right? Now, also you have your full moon happening for you in your 6th house of self-expression and create. No, 6th house of health. No, I'm sorry. In the 5th house of self-expression, about yourself, romance, children, that is going to be highlighted. Maybe you work with children. Maybe you work where somewhere is really creative, or something dealing with romance. But yeah, there's a emotional culmination happening. Okay. Also could be dealing with hobbies, celebrating achievements, or something that is enjoying your passions. Is going to conjunct this Pluto here. And when it conjuncts Pluto, there's transformations happening in the workplace or with your health regarding your career. Okay. Yeah. Did I pull a card for you guys? Virgos. Let me pull a card. And we have saving the coin, holding your resources tight here. Okay. Don't release your resources. Hold it tight. Maybe you're holding it too tight, or maybe you're not saving enough. Okay. Yeah, Virgos. Think about that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, all my Libras, welcome to your horoscopes. We're talking about Mars entering. We're going to talk about the full moon happening this week and Mars entering Gemini this week. Okay, now Mars enters Gemini. Nope, that's not you. Mars enters Gemini in your 9th house of travel. Are you going to be doing some big traveling? Are you going to be learning about things from different countries? I'm curious to know. It's going to activate the travel, the education, higher learning, philosophy. You'll be driven to explore new ideas, maybe cultures and experience. Also, this could be dealing with law of some sort. It's a great time of learning and broadening your horizons because that Jupiter is beyond horizons. Big energy. When it's Mars touches that Jupiter, it's going to be bigger than ever. Maybe bring some optimism towards all the things that I just discussed in the aspects, in the themes of Gemini. Gemini is very talkative and communicative. I've already discussed that. This, if you are watching this live, this will be saved. Now, you're going to have your full moon in the fourth house. Okay. The full moon in the fourth house, Libra. So that basically means you're going to be all about your family. Maybe you work from home. Maybe you work with your mom. Maybe you work with fertility of some sort. Okay. But it's dealing with your home life, your family life, a home project, maybe a family dynamics, maybe something with your home or emotional security or safety. Yes. All that is going to be highlighted with this full moon. Then it's going to sit here and conjunct. That full moon is going to conjunct Pluto, and it's something healing maybe with children, something healing with something with the future of your self-expression. But there's a transformation happening here. Okay, let me pull a card for you, Libras. And we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is here for you guys. And the Hierophant is a Taurus energy. It doesn't want to change. It's very fixed. It wants to stick to the traditions, stick to your traditional beliefs. Also, how does that correlate? It makes me think of like, it makes me think of that Capricorn energy in that fourth house of like your past and your ancestry. Maybe there's something there with the ancestry and there's a change because this is a number 5, this card. But it's giving you the keys of knowledge as well. So you'll probably be learning something from your past or learning something from what you used to believe. Also, the Hierophant there's conformity. Conformity is like sticking in a box and it's like you're going to conform to these things. So yeah, that is what that card represents. I hope that makes sense for you guys. I'm thinking there is going to be a very stubborn, fixed energy of not changing when it comes to your career. I don't know. That just makes me think that. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Scorpios. Okay, Mars is going to enter your 8th house. Okay. You got some energy with your resources, with some transformation, with your spirituality, with things that are very hidden and mysterious, things that are very taboo. Also, this is representing intimacy. You'll probably be driven with financial matters, driven about things that you owe people money or loans or investments. You're probably going to be engaged in psychology or personal transformation. There's optimism and there's luck here happening for you. So that may work out in your favor. Now, the full moon is going to happen in your 3rd house of community, siblings. Maybe you work with your siblings. Maybe you work in your community. Maybe you work something with cars and travel, right? But full moon is going to have conversations and announcements, completion of writing. Oh yeah, maybe you're a writer. It's a time for clarity and thought and sharing your message. Okay, these are like long-term goals, energy. Yeah. Okay, and remember, it's going to conjunct this Pluto here, and what conjuncts to Pluto, that is your IC of home. There's a change happening with your home, has been happening for a minute here. This Pluto is retrograding on back, so it's really going to hit the IC when you have a huge either healing or transformation happening for you. Okay. We have self-made energy for all my Capricorns. Yeah, this is dealing with them finances, right? This is dealing with the coins. It makes me think that Mars energy is going to be big for you. Maybe even bigger than it could be bigger than the full moon. So yeah, let me know. Self-made energy, taking care of your finances and doing it by yourself, which is very Scorpio, 8th house, strong energy. Okay. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for you in your chart. Sagittarius, the Mars is going to enter your 7th house, okay, of relationships and open enemies. Okay, so Is your partner going to be working hard? Are you going to be working hard with your partner? Is your business partner going to be working hard? Or is your business, are you going to be working good with your partner? It's a good time to address any type of relationship dynamics, form maybe new partnerships, enhance existing ones. Yeah, but this is all about relationships and being more assertive with your relationships. Okay. It's sitting here touching that home. So you have the energy of the home, not the home, of relationships. You have the energy of relationships happening here. Now, what else? We have the full moon that's going to happen in your second house of money. Okay. You want some tangible things anyway. You love to have tangible results. And that full moon is going to highlight that. Okay. You're like, no, if I'm going to achieve something, it needs to have an award. I need to have a tangible item to achieve it. And that moon is going to highlight it with the full moon. And then it's in that eighth house of Cancer. Cancer in the eighth house also could represent rebirth with that Cancer energy. So there's something with that, like a rebirth maybe happening. Let me pull a card for you. Whatever the full moon is changing. It's going to conjunct this Pluto here, and you've already had some transformation and healing when it comes to your community, when it comes to your neighbors, your siblings. All of this is changing for you. Anyway, and it's something different. But let's see what we have for you. Okay, we have this Mars and this full moon. It's making you feel trapped. You feel trapped, okay? You feel like you can't see all the options here. It's all in your head and it's going to make you emotional. Be aware of that. I'm going to pull a card on how to handle that. And of course, how to handle it is to tap into your intuition, okay? When you are being emotional with this Mars in Gemini moving into your seventh house of relationships, you need to tap into your intuition. You need to seek higher being, things that are not tangible. And then when that moon enters that tangible thing and touches that Pluto with that full moon, you still need to tap into that intuition. Know that there is a higher things, of a way of things happening. Like there's a natural pattern happening and you're going to be okay. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Capricorns, let's see what we have for you. And Mars is going to enter the sixth house of health and routines and your work environment. Maybe you're going to be tackling some work projects or adapting healthier habits, or really working with some employees. But there's optimism here. It's very positive. And then the full moon will be happening in the seventh house for you. And it's all about yourself, right? There's highlighting personal goals and achievement and maybe your identity and what do you look like. All that is going to come to play here, and there's highlights with this, and it's an issue, is conflicting relationships. Okay, also too, that full moon is going to conjunct Pluto, and when it conjuncts Pluto, there's transformation with your resources, okay, or what you deem valuable. Let's see what we have for you. You need to focus on what you do have and not focus on the negative, okay, especially when that Pluto touches there. Also too, that Mars maybe getting into the sixth house of health and day-to-day activity. Focus on what you have. Don't focus on loss. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, the full moon is happening in your 12th house of solitude and spirituality and things that are hidden. Very spiritual and emotional insights. It's a completion of healing. Yeah, because this is like a closure here, that 12th house, and solitude and reflection. Huge energy and, versus your working environment and your employees and the solitude. There could be a thing here, this tug of war from there. Okay. Now, also, that is where your full moon is. You have a huge change happening for you, Aquarius rising, when it comes to your physical self. Okay. Or something with your physical body or something that people see. There's a transformation happening for you. This image that people once thought you were is changing. Okay. Yes, so that is what we have for you guys now. But that full moon is going to be touching that, so it may be causing some more emotions. Okay. Yeah, let me pull a card for you guys. Yeah, okay. So we're going to focus on that Gemini energy and that fifth house of self expression and who you're in line with. Who do you value? Who values the same things you value without even words? That's what the lover card normally represents. I'm thinking it's going to represent this fifth house because that is where Gemini is, because that card also represents Gemini and Mars moving into that fifth house of self expression, of creative projects and hobbies and being romantic and enjoying fun and playful activities. That is where Mars is going to be. And that's what the focus should be on. And have fun. Okay. Be like a child. Do something that really makes you feel like a child. And yeah, romantic endeavors definitely with that. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Pisces. We have Mars. Where are my Pisces? Oh, I passed you guys. Mars is going to enter. First of all, Mars is touching your IC. So there is huge energy and transformation happening with your home and your family and where you feel safe. And then it's going to move into the fourth house, of course, of safety and home. Okay. And pushing action towards home related projects or family matters or personal security, or maybe with something with your ancestry or your mom. That could all be happening, or changing up your living spaces. There's optimism here, though, because you do have Jupiter there, or maybe it's making it really big and it's all through communication and words. Okay. You have that. Now, your full moon in Capricorn is going to happen in your 11th house of socializing, groups, networking, science, future, hopes and dreams. Yeah, so there's something there and it's going to be highlighted and it's going to be maybe very emotional. And there's a conflict of the self, okay? The group versus the self. That is what you have. Also, you have this transformation here happening with your solitude or happening with your spirituality, or happening with something that's hidden in secret. But that moon is going to touch it and it's going to be conjunct. And it's like your relationships and your friendships or your group with solitude. Okay. Let me pull a card for you guys. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest energy. It's very anxious. It's excited about moving fast. It's also excited about knowing the truth and having clarity on the truth. And I wonder if that's something with that Pluto, because it is in a sign Aquarius. Gemini is also an air sign, which represents that fourth house for you. But whatever it is, you want some clarity, you want some knowledge on it, and you want it fast. Okay. That is what we have for you guys. I hope that resonated. If you guys want more, of course, you can always book a reading or we can look at your astrology chart. I also have that membership elite club and you can ask some questions there. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed everything and I will see you guys next week. Thank you and bye.